Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to ReZero Season 4, Episode 13. But first, let's talk about Episode 12. Mainly about Ram and Meili. Since something I did not clock on the discussion before is that, yeah, they're very much intended to be parallels of each other. At the very least this episode, in regards to how they are very much very uneasy in regards to their identity, so they try to take it out on Subaru, and the resolution or the conclusion for that is Subaru convincing them that he'll help them with the problem that they have. And they believe him because of the conviction that he is now full of. But yeah, like Ram, as we saw from the very first time that, Subaru woke up with amnesia. Every time she'll suspect him of foul play or, deceiving them. Even when it was 100% true. Because here he's kind of like, he has to lie a little bit because he does know about them through Return by Death, but he can't say that, so he's going through the episodic memory explanation. And that's more, I'd say, in regards to how Subaru is navigating it, more suspicious than before. But it's because of the way that he interacts with Ram that she's just willing to overlook it. It's her need of Subaru to be, so determined to get Ram back. Like, even now, when he doesn't remember her, he still wants to save her. So for that, for Ram, that's enough. It was never really about Ram truly believing that Subaru, was pulling her leg or something about this. It was just Ram feeling very insecure and anxious about how, she forgot her sister and what that could mean for her, like all of those things. Like, there's such a big gap missing for the person that is Ram without Rem, and that scares her. And so she's being kind of projecting onto Subaru, all of her fears and anxieties. When really it's like, if you forget Rem, then what then? Who will care for her? You don't even remember her? You of all people. It kind of feels like Ram is talking, to herself a little bit. Like, trying just, all that pent-up stress. Just taking it out on the one person who she could trust to take care of her sister when she's not even aware of how big the bond was between them. But she doesn't even have Subaru. At least not the one with memories. So yeah, it wasn't about that. For her, what really mattered and what put her mind and heart at ease is that Subaru would be the same as her. To reinforce her own resolve. Like, yeah, I don't know who Rem is, but I've been told how important she is to me and to, this other person. So I will do everything in my power to get her back. Don't worry about it. Yeah, even if I don't remember her, I will get everything back. Like he tells Meili later, I already lost so many things. I don't feel like losing something else. Which it also makes me think of Julius. The episode right before Subaru lost his memories. So, yeah, just, the big theme of the season is that if you lose something that you feel like it's so essential to your identity, are you still you? And if the answer is yes, then that's good enough, right? And if you don't have a sense of what you are, then that's fine too. You can work on building that up, like Subaru tells Meili later. Like when he first stops her from killing him, you can tell from her expression how truly scared she is that Subaru has seen right through her. But she tries to cover it up. How? By acting like she knows best. Imitating Elsa in her mannerisms. And it's when Subaru says, like, I have no intention of hurting or killing you. I'm gonna treat you just like I always have. That's when she, the mask starts sleeping. Because she just cannot comprehend how someone, knowing the intentions that she had, would be able to forgive it and just, let bygones be bygones. It's basically like, she's thinking, I'm such an awful, horrible person. I don't deserve to get the second chance. And then he mentions Elsa. And she jumps. And don't talk like you know me. What could you possibly know? But he does. She has no idea whatsoever how he knows that. But, it all comes down to what we saw in her book. She's so afraid of people being able to see what's inside her. And what's truly scary is that what if they look inside and there's nothing there? Like, if you take away, pretending to be another Elsa, there's just a void. And Meili just cannot take it. And that little, on the repetition of the flashback, we see Meili biting Elsa, and then later on, she does the same, but it's, Elsa just goes, stop that, it tickles. And then there's a third time where she bites Elsa, but this time, it doesn't seem like there's any hostility behind it. It's almost like a habit at this point. Like, she started really hating Elsa, but as time passed, and Elsa became a sort of like parent figure. And despite Meili being so, unaccepting of her, Elsa never treated her wrong. Elsa just did, try to raise her how she could in the situation that they had. If anything, it shows that Elsa was capable of kindness in her own way. And it just made Meili all the more conflicted about how she feels about all of that. I saw someone made the comparison of like Meili, like, Meili and Elsa's dynamic being like a child with a parent who, loves you and cares for you in the best way they can. But they're just awful to other people. And in that way, they really skewed the way that you see the world. At least up to a certain point. And that really opened my eyes. That really made me feel a lot more for Meili. It's like, yeah, I completely understand that feeling. How do you even reconciliate with it? And yeah, they're, awful people in general. But as parents, to you, they were decent, right? They were good. So like, you should love them, right? But there's something that stops you from fully loving them because of how flawed they are. And Meili, having designed or modeled a lot of her personality from Elsa, it just exacerbates the feeling of like, oh, I'm horrible, I shouldn't be helped, there's no hope for me. Murder is a habit, so I'll never be able to get away from it. And then Subaru comes in and it's like, actually, there's plenty of time for you to learn how to be better. We'll help you. Everyone here will help you. You don't have to do this alone. You just weren't equipped with the tools to handle this kind of trauma and feelings. So now you do. And that's beautiful. I love the way that basically becomes a therapy for these characters. Literally, that's how he befriended Rem, Otto, Garfield. So, yeah. Beatrice. And I'm sure there were parts of, Maylee's experiences and feelings that he could personally relate to that made it easier for him to reach her heart. But yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about. So let's get into the new episode. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's something Subaru often says to her. Right, this Subaru doesn't know that. Oh, that's the first time Evelina has said that. mm. That's one way to put it. mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Subaru doesn't know that Julius has tried this again and what happened was between Julius and Reed. Oh? Mm. That's beautiful. That's right. I love them. That was quick. Oh. All right. That's crazy. That goes in line with a Subaru that hasn't been long being here in this world. Oh. Cute. Alright, let's do this. Whoa! What? Wait. This is different than ever before. What? This is that visual from the end of the opening. What? What? Maybe it is the book that took his memories. Eh. It is Rui! What? How does this work? Reading people. Odoraguna. That was a cool visual. Oh my god, he has no idea about the Sin Archbishops. What? Surely she knows he has no memories? It is. I don't think it's a good idea to let her touch you. So she does have his memories. Oh, that's such a way to twist that Subaru line from last episode. There we go. Ew. What? How did he... Is that how the books work? How are they connected here? What? Why? So that's how it looks when someone's reading a book. From the outside. What is happening outside? That's a lot of Mavists. Holy shit. So that's how the sniping worked. Holy crap. What? I guess there's just too many? Did the gluttonies do this? Because, you know, Daphne was the mother of Mavists. How? How? Oh shit. Yeah, lie would say that. Oh. Oh, she knows. Of course, through his memories. Mm-mm, mm-mm. We need to get out of here. I. It always comes back to that. Ugh! Mm. She knows he didn't actually do that. Oh, this is so. Oh. Ugh. What? Oh, okay, okay, okay. That was a lot. Give me a second. Oh man, that was incredible. I think it's my second favorite episode of the season so far. That was amazing. After like, we just stayed with Subaru and Rui, I barely said anything. Just so much was happening and being talked about. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to everything in this discussion. Also, a lot of like the mechanics in regards to, you know, the gluttonies and how that's connected to the books. And then that last scene, I am not fully sure what is happening. But the character writing, though, that was some peak. Like, I thought we were just gonna have the Subaru and Julius scene be like the best one in the episode, and I would have been totally okay with that. But no, the emotional punches had just started. Okay, so first of all, let's just try and talk about mechanics. So, okay, Subaru first lost his memories by trying to read Reed's book. Now, why does Reed's book in specific is the one that is connected to this memory hallway? She did say a name of it, but I'm trying to find it. here. All that about the cradle of Odd Ragana, the corridor of memories. Yeah. How is that, like, it'd be something if you had to go through this corridor. It was so like a glimpse of it every time that someone, well, specifically Subaru, since we're in his POV, reads a book, but we don't. So why is it reads? The one that takes us here. Okay, so remember that moment at the end of season 3 when Lai was defeated with the Mythia, and then he just disappears and Rui appears? Was somehow the corridor of memories used there? Or is it like a thing of like, the all of the gluttonies are all connected through the corridor, so they can switch places at any time? Or is that just something Rui can do? Maybe she's just the main gluttony? But then what was up with, like, that flashback we saw at the end, where it seems like it was when Subaru first lost his memories. He even called Rui by name. Yeah, she took something out of her mouth. It looked like a marble. So, like, inside that marble, is it like, every single memory that she's ever eaten there? And so she needed to take it out to make a clone? And since that, the clone would be just an empty shell, she could inhabit Subaru's body. Or is that something that she always does when she eats someone's memories? I don't think so. I think it was something that she did just for Subaru. Yeah, some of this I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to watch again or see other people's opinions on it. So yeah, the corridor of souls is where souls are filtered. And then Rui uses the wash rag analogy. The filth clinging to them is removed, so they're all clean to use again. What do you mean? Like, is that basically how the gluttonies, work? They use souls? Like, every time they have someone's memories basically, inhabit them, that's the actual soul speaking? But, are they able to do that if they just eat your name or your memories? I guess so, because she did that with Subaru. With just his memories. But oh man, yeah, that scene between Subaru and Julius, it was really good. Just the way that Julius reacts when Subaru says that Subaru, I was yesterday, must have done something to you. But that has nothing to do with who I am now. And he gets really taken aback, because Julius had been thinking of it as something like, oh, here we go, another thing that I've lost. I've just let it slip through my fingers. As well as just having that, awkward air between them because of Subaru keeping that secret from Julius. And not feeling worthy of being treated as an equal, as a knight who can take care of his lady, but just someone who Subaru doesn't see as capable, at least in Julius's eyes. And this Subaru is basically telling him, whatever happened, don't let it weigh you down. Because it's not on me. I didn't do it. So you can just keep doing what you were doing without being chained to the past. And I have no knowledge of you refusing to read. What you're lacking isn't courage. And yeah, I was thinking of that, like Subaru is able to do this because of what he saw the last loop. It's the will to win, the determination not to lose. And the look that Julius gives him, he's so gobsmacked. He cannot believe it. Just the fact that this Subaru is able to believe in Julius so much, despite the fact that he doesn't know anything about him. He's not the one that gave him the beating in season 1 that was the catalyst for his growth. Or that he's this, amazing spirits knight. The greatest knight. And he has to act as such. Here, this Subaru is basically telling him, you can be whatever you want. You just need the resolve to do it. Don't let yourself get hung up on how other people see you. So in that regard, it is going to help Julius, I feel like. That's Subaru lost his memories. Because it helps him have a complete blank slate. Start from zero. So that he's no longer gonna be thinking, I have to do this in a specific knightly way in order for it to be something that is of value, Something that makes him worthy of being standing with all of these people. He can just, even if it's not as if I've lost everything I cultivated over my life. Everything can be reforged. As long as you're alive. And then the rest of the episode. Eli and... Actually, we didn't see Roy, but Rui said both of them were here. But yeah, oh my goodness, bro. There's so much to talk about. I'm just gonna scratch the surface. Yeah, that little moment when Rui is like, we think appetite and lust are very similar. I think Capella would disagree, but I think I know what kind of connection she's making. lust means love, right? I mean, Capella would agree on that. So if we take it on the sense of how the gluttonies work, I think she's saying, like, eating someone's memory and names, the essence of who they are. It's basically like, you are becoming one with them. And so connecting it to lust is how, making love is a way to become one with someone else. And so there's the, love. Because at the end of the day, you do have to find someone attractive in some manner to do that. But I think Rui is also taken into account. You also need to know who they are to find them attractive. I mean, all the archbishops have their own idea of love. And for Rui, that's consumption. It's taking, to be precise. Just like she wanted to take everything from Subaru and leave him an empty shell. She wants to consume, and never be fulfilled. Or, I mean, she never is fulfilled, but she wants to get a point eventually when she is. But I think she's just doomed to never be satisfied. And I think, what is exactly, how is she antithetical to the way that Subaru pursues love? I think Subaru started, with that idea. As we see in season 1, episode 13. You owe me, so you have to do, you have to be understanding and just never leave me and reciprocate my feelings. Which is, I feel, in line to how Rui is representing love right now. But then he realized that, wait, that's not how it should be. It should be a give and a take. That's how love truly is. By being equal with someone. By letting them protect you like you want to protect them. By treating them as a flawed person just like you are. So that's really interesting. And yeah, that scene where Rui says, like, here, you really want to step aside for someone like that, Natsuki Subaru? Like, if you go through with this, you'll basically die. This version of you will just cease to exist. We don't know that's the case. But I can understand Subaru just, after that, breaking down. Because after all the bonds he managed to make in this little amount of time that he's had with them, it means the world to him. So it's really scary to think that he'll just cease to exist as he is right now. and he's just gonna lose all of these people who are just, great and so kind, and just, they see so much in him that he can't see in himself. And then we have Rem coming in. Now, how does this work? Because Rui cannot see her. So what exactly is this representation of her? Are these the actual memories that Lai ate? I think actually that this is the Rem from Subaru's memories. This is, Rem from his own perspective. Like, this is how he sees her. And I was reminded of what he told, Camilla in season 2, when he realized that was not the real Rem. He said, "She's the girl who will never let me give up. She's the one who's the most toughest on me, because because that's how much she believes in me." So, I wonder if some people are like confused, like, why is Rem, showing him such tough love when, she wasn't like that the last time we saw her. But I think this is Subaru's own, we're seeing her from his own, the Rem from his own mind, basically. She's both, someone who will tell him to get up in a tough manner, but when he does manage to do it, she'll be gentle and remind him why she's even trying to get him to get up in the first place, because of what he's done for her. And that's, that's beautiful. Just like how he, and from Zero, why are you saying all of this? Because you're my hero. Just like she couldn't see the value in herself and attributed it all to her sister. She wanted to make sure that he knew that about himself. Also, when he does the Natsuki Subaru pose and he brings up his parents, that really got to me. I love parent and child with my whole heart. As to why we only see his back here, I think it's because it's still Subaru. So, it's not Subaru as a whole. We're only seeing a side of him. But I do like that when we do see his face, is for him saying what he told Julius. Oh, and right as he's gonna go through the door, he says, "I'm sure Natsuki Subaru would never forget it. I know we'll meet again." Now, what exactly is the promise? I think, is to get Rem back. So, I think I'm gonna leave this here, but yeah. I don't think I was as articulate as I could have been, but that's fine. I love this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.